Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Randy from the Black Orchid Project. Thanks for joining me on the channel today. I hope you are all well. On this video, I'm going to show you a few plants that I just got back from their rescue homes, and I'm going to talk to you about those pots that everybody's asking about from the viewer question video. I can't believe this orchid is still alive. We're going to talk about where I get them, how much they cost, and how useful they are. And be sure to stick around to the end because I have two really cool surprises for you. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, but also hit that bell. That way you're notified when new content comes out. I just personally found out, because I'm kind of new to all this, that unless you hit the bell, you won't be notified of new content. So just subscribing doesn't guarantee that you're going to see new content. So make sure you hit the bell, and let's get past that and let's get started. So, like I said, there were some plants that had been kind of quarantined themselves in the leasing office of the building that holds my studio, and I wasn't able to get in to check on them. I did pass by one day and see that one bloomed, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. And they've loosened up some of their restrictions, so I was able to get in and get them out, and I have them for you today. So here is the first one. This one was a cute little plant. This one was blooming, had just started to bloom when I sent it in, so it had already bloomed, dropped a spike, and she cut the spike off. This was actually, as you can see, this is still in its liner, but I put it inside this. If you've ever heard of Sugarfina, it is a candy company, and they make their candy come in these cool little containers, so I decided to use these for just a decorative plant. So this was a cool little plant. Unfortunately, none of these I really got a chance to get pictures of, simply because they were, in quarantine. So this is the first one. Got this one back. Now, here's the second one. This one actually hadn't bloomed. It had just kind of started spiking when I took it to them. The spike came out, and one of the cool things I like to do is, if I know I'm going to give it to somebody, I like to give it to them when the spike first starts, because a lot of people don't understand how these grow. And so I like for them to see that the spike comes out, gets bigger, it branches off, and that's how you get your buds. And so again, this is a rescue. You can see it was all chewed up here. There. So a lot of times I'm only getting one or two buds, blooms off of these, which is cool with me. I really like the small mini plants. And so this one, it seems like it's just getting its buds. Now, given the time that it's been there, and given, the fact that it only is just now getting the budding, I decided to bring it back. And what I'm going to do is go on and get this one to bud, get the flowers out on it, make sure I give it a little feeding and get the flowers out on it, and then I'm going to take it back to them. So that's that one. The next one is going to be this one. Now, this particular plant is the one I got a chance to see. As you can see, this was a rescue. I'm guessing this was sun damage, and I got it in, got it off, got it all cleaned up, and took care of it until it kicked out a spike. And this one, I believe, the spike was about this big by the time I dropped it off. This one had a beautiful, I believe, white flower on it. Again, I didn't get a chance to see it up close. And I went to go pick it up, and it seems there is one more little bud on this plant. So I'm going to leave this one and just let this one bud again so I can enjoy it. And then when this one bud, I'll probably take it back so they can enjoy this second flower. So I just got this one back. Let's see here. And this one. So this one was, I'm trying to think. I think I took it down when it originally spiked, but the last time I saw it, the spike was about this big, and it had just started kicking out its buds. And so, as you can see, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like it lost one. That's why I brought this one back, because it actually lost a bud. This one had dried out, and I just wanted to bring it back and make sure it gets healthy. I think I'm going to give this one a little bit of food to see, and just kind of spray it down a little bit to see if I can get these buds to pop. And again, it will actually go back, but I just wanted to show you this one before it budded, because hopefully I can get a really cool picture of this one once it pops its bud. So that is that's pretty much it. Those are the 4 I picked up this week, and I'm looking forward to getting those back healthy and checking out those new buds as they come out. Now let's get to those pots. The feedback I've gotten, everybody's asking, where do you get those pots? Where do you get those pots? So a couple things about these pots that's cool. As you can see, these are actually, like I told you before, I will put the pots inside of these pots and use this just as a decorative pot. Same thing with this one. This was not planted directly in there. But on some of my other plants, the plants I know I'm going to keep, I will put them directly in here, and those long new roots, or the long roots, will come out of here and actually start to decorate the outside of the pot. Now, a lot of you have sent me messages about your new root, your air roots, and they're getting really long. And this is what I recommend to you, because you can actually take those roots and thread them through the outside, still have it in a nice small pot, and thread these through the outside here. And so you'll have a nice decorative pot. And honestly, if all my plants wasn't going out to other places and things like that, some of my personal plants I actually always put in pots like these. I love these. Now, where do you get them? If you look these up on the big company that's taking over everything as far as home delivery, you know the one I'm talking about, these things are really, really expensive. But Callaway's Nursery carries these pots, and they start at about $8.99 for some of the smaller ones, like a 4-inch. And I think these run somewhere around $19.95 or $24 for, maybe even a big one is $24. So I think these are run about the middle, somewhere in the $14, $15 range. Now, the cool thing about them is they usually, probably every 2-3 months, will have a sale, a 25% off sale. So sign up for their members club. I'm not affiliated with them. Sign up with their members club, and they will send you a notification a day before they're having one of their sales. So then you can get 25% off. I was in there talking to them the other day, and they were telling me that on your birthday month, if you're signed up, you get 30% off all month of your birthday month. So that's the time to get in there, eye them, stock up on them when you need them. So that's where I get the pots. Oh, and also I do get them from the big box hardware stores. If you just have to search for them. If you go to their ceramic pot section, and sometimes they'll have them off to the side. It'll just say orchid pot on them, and they'll be off in some obscure location. And they're usually about the same price. I'll get them for somewhere around $9 for the smaller ones, and up to $20 for the medium to big sizes, which they're double on the online store and some of the orchid specific websites. So that's where I get them, and that's how much I pay for them. And if you can stock up on them, they are great pots to have for a long time. The ceramics don't fade, they don't chip. It's just a great pot. So if you have personal plants, I highly recommend you get every one inside one of those. And now it's time for those 2 surprises. The first one is just this little plant. I just want to show you this because it's so cool. Look at that little tiny bud. This thing is about to pop. It is so cute. So last year on my birthday, I decided to buy myself some more rare, I guess more expensive orchids. And so I checked out this guy online. I came across him. He was actually on eBay, and it is Louisiana Orchid Connection. The guy's name is John. I'll put the information down below. And he had a 6-pack sale. It was like 6 plants, and I forgot how much I paid for it. It wasn't too expensive, especially for 6, but it had a couple of plants I've been really wanting. And so I bought the 6-pack, plus I bought 2 other extra plants that I had been really wanting. And so they came in and they were so small. I meant to bring the cup that it was in, but it was actually in a cup about half this size. And all these roots were still in there. So these are all new roots. And I think it had these 2 leaves on it, and they were tiny. And so, I did not think that this was going to bloom this year. And so one of the other ones, I'm going to show you this one now. I don't know the name of it, but if you look at you should be seeing it right now. This one bloomed first. I was so excited. It bloomed out this one flower, out this tiny bloom, but it just grew and got big. So it was just one single flower, and I just loved it. And I did not think I was going to like this this flower. Even if you look on my Instagram, I said I don't think I'm going to like this flower, but I did end up just really loving that flower. And so this one, the name is on here, but I'm just weird and I just don't want to go and look to see. I love the surprise of it. So I'm really excited to see what this flower looks like. If you want to drop down in the comments and tell me what you think this flower is going to look like. And I would tell you the name, but I know you. If I tell you the name, you're going to send me a picture of it. So I'm not telling you the name. So that's surprise one. Surprise number two. The video you've been waiting on is coming. It is the update video to the video that you probably found me on. And that is the Is My Orchid Dying video. That's the number one question I get is, can we see an update to that video? And the video, that plant also has been in quarantine with the family that I left it with before all this happened. And so I wasn't able to make an update video, but they sent me a picture. And I don't know why I didn't think about it. Somebody in the comments was like, hey, how about you have them send you a picture? They sent me a picture and I'm going to be able to pick that up soon. So here it is. It looks healthy, as you can see. And I am going to go pick this up very soon and make a video for it. All right, so be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit that bell to make sure you're notified of that video that's coming up. Everybody's been waiting on that video. I've been waiting to do it. And so it's going to be really fun. I'm going to actually touch on all the really popular questions from that video, plus what's going on with the plant. So thanks for joining me here on the Black Orchid Project. And as always, be safe. More importantly, be kind. Never give up on them. And until next time, peace.